How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And you know what time it is. It is time for the joke of the day. If you're new to this channel, we do this 5 days out of the week. Maybe you had a long, maybe you had a stressful day, or maybe it was the market conditions while you came to watch this video, plus hear one of my corny jokes. Here it comes. What does garlic do when it gets hot? It takes its clothes off. close. But anyways, what we're going to be talking about today is OCGN. It ended up seeing a pullback inside of the market, visiting the area of support like I was talking about in the previous video, right at $5. So of course I want to make sure I give you guys an update. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what was the buying and the selling behavior like on the retail side and as well as for the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $5.02, being down 7.38%. On the low, it tested $5, and then on the high, testing $5.52. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 12.286 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 16.137 million shares. So what we noticed right away, we did have below average volume on the day, and we did have some volatile markets, and this is why we ended up seeing a pullback in OCGN. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it was right around 35.75. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here in the chart, we are below the 50-day, the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA, and OCGN does continue to be in a bear market. So we see as far as support is concerned, we've talked about this, is right at that $5 level. So going into tomorrow, if we continue to have a pullback, don't be shocked if we start getting to the levels here around the 470s. We've been familiar with this, especially from the 15th and as well as for the 14th. So this is why this is very probable this could be the situation that occurs if the markets are not strong. If you're looking for a bullish case scenario here, then of course we ended up seeing some resistance at 552. So you want to see some price action getting above at least $5.83. Getting above $5.83, then we can look forward to seeing if we can get that test going to $6. But one thing to be clear of, the day before, our resistance area was at 563. So this is one thing that we have to keep in mind of. So OCGN, I'd like to actually see it consolidate and then see how it performs going into next week. So let's see if it can hold up the $5 level, and I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for OCGN. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it's at 57.60%, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 7 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 45,000, updated 8 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 1.90%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 14th, it was at 56.31, and then for the close of the 15th, it being at 57.60. So it has gone up, and what it tells us, OCGN does continue to have short squeeze potential. Many shorts are continuing to double down on this play, and we have to be aware of that. So this is why when we get catalysts or certain kind of news, we end up seeing some big jumps in this price. So now let's go into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we could see here on the inflows at 9.40, and then on the outflow it was 13.42. Keep in mind these numbers are in the millions. Taking a look at the large, we had 0. On the medium, we had 6.6. 0.60, and then on the small we had 2.80. On the outflow side on the large we had 0 as well. On the medium we had 10.02, and then on the small we had 3.40. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see for today, December the 16th, it was 0. Now, when we analyze the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the medium, we had more selling than we had buying as well. And of course, on the large, it was 0. When we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was right around 6.22%. So yes, this is up there for a stock like OCGN, but no surprises considering the volatility we saw inside of the markets. We had a strong sell-off across the board in many stocks. So this is why you're going to want to continue to keep an eye on it and seeing how well it performs going into Friday and as well as for next week. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for OCGN in regards to the price action, if we end up having a pullback going into tomorrow, I'd want to see some strength continue at the $5 level or at $4.70. I want us to be able to stay above $4.70. In the bullish case scenario, then you're going to want to see a move going to $5.66. Considering that tomorrow is going to be a quad witching day, I don't see OCGN being able to get to $5.66. I'm not being a bear, I'm just being real with you. So don't be shocked if you see it close under $5. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, you could see it still continues to have short squeeze potential. We have many shorts who are vested in this play. So this is why I say as far as for tomorrow, there's a good chance we can end up having a dip. More people might be looking to sell as well. But again, this gives us a nice setup going into next week and as we come closer to the end of the year. Do note, we have to stay patient when it comes to news and catalysts that come from ocugen and as well as for covaxin. I know many people are saying, well, you know what? There's so much love out there and so much attention that is given to the mRNA vaccines like coming from Pfizer and as well as Moderna. And I completely understand that. We could see there's a good amount of favoritism that is going on. And we do know that ocugen wants to bring covaxin to North America, to Canada, and as well as the US. So there is going to be a lot of resistance there, but I believe if they're able to stay on track with all of the things that they need to do and provide the information that is needed from the FDA, we should be able to get this approval. Of course, I can't tell you the exact date on that, but I'm going to continue to remain bullish when it comes to this play. I still have not taken a big position as of yet because I'd rather just wait and see the stock actually find itself in regards to price and building a base. I know many of you have had the opportunity to take advantage of it when it got into the $4 range, but continue to do your homework, continue to do your due diligence. This is essential for a play like this so you have high conviction and you know what strategy you want to execute. But as far as for year 2022, I do see ocugen has some upside. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I can't wait to see how well it performs going into tomorrow. We'll talk soon.